April 23, 1945. Near the town of Kitzingen, Germany, a young man stood tied to a wooden post. His name was Richard Jarczyk, just 32 years old. In front of him, an American firing squad prepared to carry out his execution. Minutes later, his story would end in a single volley. But how'd he get here? Jarczyk had once served in a Volksgrenadier division during the last stages of the war. But rather than remain on the front lines, he volunteered for something else, something darker. He agreed to go behind American lines dressed as a civilian, gathering intelligence and carrying out sabotage. He became a spy. When he was captured by U.S. forces, Jarczyk was not wearing a uniform. He claimed to be an innocent German seeking peace. But the materials found in his possession told a different story. Maps, coded instructions, and training notes. He was part of Operation Werwolf, a last-ditch Nazi effort to slow the Allied advance through guerrilla tactics. Under the rules of war, a soldier caught in enemy territory without a uniform is considered a spy, not a prisoner of war. And spies face one penalty: death. A brief military trial followed. Jarczyk offered no defense. He admitted his role and did not ask for mercy. The court sentenced him to death by firing squad. Preparations were made quickly. The location: a small clearing on the edge of a forest near Kitzingen. The U.S. Army wanted the execution to be swift, quiet, and by the book. On the morning of April 23rd, Jarczyk was led to the post. He did not resist. His hands were tied behind his back, and a blindfold was placed over his eyes. There were no final words. He simply waited. Cameras were rolling. Army photographers captured the entire event. The command was given. The rifles fired in unison. Jarczyk slumped forward, dead before he hit the ground. Documents recovered from his body confirmed his mission. The sabotage plans were detailed, with clear targets and instructions. This was not a lone operation. He was a small part of a much larger plan. An underground resistance trying to inflict damage even as the Nazi regime was collapsing. His death was recorded and documented as a warning. The Allied message was clear. Those who broke the rules of war, who posed threats from within, would face the consequences. And they wanted it on film. Jarczyk never became a symbol or a name etched in memorials. He left no legacy, just grainy footage and sealed court transcripts. A quiet execution filed away in history. Was justice served that day, or was it simply the last act in a war already lost?